tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose. Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
Hola.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
Ew, who the fuck plays this?
My lord, please, I beg you.
I forgot Mash gave up on that game. That man is still playing it.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
You.
Sir. I've never played this before. We about to find out how this shit is.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
I have the wrong music for this game. I'm guessing this way? Oh, fucking no. No. Okay. Oh, I have to really use it. You're new. You got popped in one machine before. Oh god, okay, that's how you crouch. How the fuck do I run then? X I run, okay.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you
I thought it was stupid. I looked up a trailer for this shit. It's actually
I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
How do I attack though? Oh. have to fucking fly. Oh shit, I was reading. I hate this game. Wait, what? Thank you. That is cool. Oh, what the fuck is awesome? Wait, why am I charging up? That is weird. I just don't like the controls. That. Okay, I'm gonna just fix the controls. My gun does nothing. My weapon does nothing. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to lose because I did my shit did nothing.
Competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics.
Sir, I was saying you're doing no damage, okay?
First sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Otto? I'm about to shit on him. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, wait. Yeah. I said, Trevor, without you being on my dick for 2 seconds. God damn, yo. Oh, no. Nope. Okay, so he's dick riding even in this game. I thought I was already dead. Jesus. Oh my god. You really on my dick. I set a trap about you being on my dick for 2.5 seconds. Okay, good to have this on normal, because I hate these fucking controls. There you fucking go. Where the fuck off my dick? Fury. I know Fury. I already used it once, I'm pretty sure. Oh, like the... Oh, my dick.
It appears we've
I hate the goddamn. I hate the controls.
It does. And
There better be a way for me to fix them.
I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes. You know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm...
He's been watching me struggle playing the game with fucking weird ass controls.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilian are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is
I put in something I have no idea what the fuck it is.
I was hoping to put
I just know it's an open world RPG classes, that's all I know.
He had plans to celebrate his departure last night and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now.
Can't connect to my fucking
She must be
phone.
waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Yes, can I switch my controls now? No, I can't. Shit. Okay. I just have to get used to these weird ass controls.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you. A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child.
You gonna get that disease now.
No.
You kissed your mama and you gonna get that disease and die. You played yourself. Fuck that. I like the game, I just don't like the controls so far. Yes, I don't like Axis Sprint. Who the fuck puts you with Axis Sprint? The only game that's okay is GTA, and I don't even like on that.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Yes, we know this is supposed to be fucking London. That's not how I do mission change. I don't want to do that yet. I want to do this one. Thank you. Can I do this Assassin's Creed? Oh, I can't Assassin's Creed. Hurt. I can't parkour in this game.
Death to the others!
This is weird. I forgot the other tech button. I think it was triangle. Get my ass kicked in the beginning, but yeah, I'm not even gonna. I don't need to speak to this man. I need to go this way. Any wanted things on the wall? Nope. Can I speak to the lady?
Greetings, Your Excellency.
No.
The smoke from the bonfires renders the air unbreathable.
I don't care.
The merchant
Give me
is
nothing.
there.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Ooh. I don't want to bribe him. I don't want to leave him alone. I don't want to threaten him because he is innocent. I'll just threaten a prison sentence.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Motherfucker.
During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable. Especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Is that it? Is that it for quests? Yep, I just have to go.
To my help! And death to the other.
Ooh, let me back up. Oh, I didn't mean to domer.
Move away. These are about to get dicey.
There's a trap. I just said place a trap. Oh, I keep forgetting axes. Wow. Go as fuck. Why is that guy hitting so? Yes, sir. Big dubs. Oh, I like the looting system. I like this game. It's just gonna get hard getting used to. I think I got a new weapon. Nope. New gun. Really? I don't.
Where is the people?
Where is the people? Oh, this is normal. Like, my stream's been dead lately. Do I need those? That has better crafting, but this has better balance and armor. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I hate that shit. When I do that. What does this do? Where's my skills? I just character development. Do I have any point? No. Set trap, firearms. A cool ass RPG. Can I open doors? Aw. I get to make my shit better. You get increased armor damage for putting a new grip shit on it. That's fucking awesome.
You have Discord.
Yeah, alright, Discord. I started one and then I just kind of invited like 3 people and just gave up on that after. I'm in like 3 groups right now. But now it's just me and
Sir Desade, I presume.
Slurpee. Murder was in there too, but he did.
Captain,
I just stopped.
you set sail, sir.
After that.
Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as
you have.
But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I believe me. I know who are subs. Murder's
but you
a
don't
sub.
mind asking that of Kurt?
I know Murder.
If he finds an alternative
Murder,
solution
Serpy,
that is
you.
illegal,
I
that would be
think
fine.
T-Jet,
The
there's
method matters
4.
not. But
And
this
I can
cargo
think
must reach the
one
isle
more
on the next ship.
person. The girl I'm talking to now,
Marvelous.
which is 5.
Well
So
then, I await
5.
your return with
Says
utmost
7 other
impatience.
subs I
I'm
don't know, and
certain
I'm
you shall
pretty
do
sure
what's
you,
required.
Slurpee, and Murder have Discord known out of that figure out who the rest of my subs are and figure it out. Who has it. But I'm not the one to be like, and make a post every time I fucking go live. The problem is YouTube's ass Snodies are fucking horrible for some reason.
Telmster team to sing.
Murder to sing. Next stream I got you. Next stream he's in there. Next time he streams I got you.
It's blocked.
Got you. Well, I can't climb things. Okay. What do I say? What do I have to do now for missions?
Laughing.
For some fucking reason, he was streaming goddamn trash ass Infinite Warfare today. But he's probably gonna stream tomorrow because it's Friday. If he doesn't stream tomorrow, I'll be surprised, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna stream tomorrow.
Lively there,
I'm gonna be like, I need you.
And their prince would be off before the tide. You man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
I got you.
There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Man got domed.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But
any other songs besides Baby? Justin Bieber, you want me to ask for him to sing?
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Old.
Alright, got you.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
Oh, down the road. I got you.
But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
And let it go.
As you wish, you'll find them over there.
Let it go. Old Town Road and Baby. Got you.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Teofredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land, and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many
And Rick rolls.
And Rick rolls.
But I wouldn't know what else to tell you.
Got
I've
you.
never strayed far from the ports.
This mentions name and songs he wants to sing.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
I was trying to think of every bad song I get this man to sing.
Our ships can sail
so I can embarrass.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard.
Got you.
How do you
I got you, Ghost.
Our magic, yes. that only the
shit.
Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nort from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm Orleans.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt.
Why that?
At least we tried.
Why that sucks?
The commander is gonna have my head.
You really want me to embarrass murder, don't you, Ghost?
Giving me this impossible task.
Oh, it's
In that
tough.
case, we're going to have
This
to
man wants to
doctor
go
the
all
manifest
out.
ourselves. It must be at the harbor master's
But I got
office.
you.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Be back soon, Captain.
Put my phone on my machine, but he didn't.
My revenge.
So your revenge for not for him not putting your number out was for him to sing like 5 really bad songs. I like the idea, Simon. I respect it. This one is under control and affection in yours. Same places are waiting for you. So I have to. So this is like half Assassin's Creed, half.
Wait there.
Let's take a look around the building.
Am I or two?
We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Why is this? Oh, I have to go up. Here. Come on.
Things are about to get messy.
California girl.
California girl. He really wants me to embarrass the fuck out of murder. There we go. That's how I You're dead.
If you wore a Nort uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable. Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
I'll be nice to
You'll be
He has
a single.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties.
maybe.
The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
And say
Say so song.
My man Ghost out here. You're good. You're good, Kaylee. This man wants me to tell one of our friends to sing like
Monkey
10
dance
songs.
song.
I have so much songs. I'll explain the situation later. Ghost, you should just like add me on Discord and just text like a whole paragraph, like every song you want me to tell it, like make him sing. Maybe the best idea for you. Ooh, can I put something on here?
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tirfredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there.
Evil laugh.
Some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked.
Who's
When the
gonna put
sickness
evil
began to
laugh?
spread,
I'm
a
done.
wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture.
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late, things are looking better. The Malachor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Tavern keeper.
I'll see you're back.
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
Do you think he could have made himself
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
Like, what the fuck, Ghost? I
Does he know
swear
what
to
you
God.
wanted to?
I respect the name though.
No
Ghost's my
one,
favorite
far as I
COD
know.
character. Heartbroken though they got killed.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages.
Maybe mad at Disney.
We usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Mad.
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas,
Mad at Disney.
Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Mr. Bows my.
I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
Wait.
You talking about Jonas?
Oh.
For stars, I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Mr. Now my plan.
He's a just man who knows his knots.
Now
He's well appreciated
no.
by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again.
Plan B.
Seems unhappy, our captain.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is
Ghost,
a gentle
you should
boy
just
who keeps
text
his
on
head
Discord
down.
these plans so he doesn't
I
know.
think my story is nothing but mess
This
too,
man's got
don't you?
spies out there.
It's just that I can't imagine a gang
Man's
of thugs
laying down
hoping to get
playing
a
Infinite
ransom for
Warfare
a
because he's
cabin
a
boy.
bum.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Make him more.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's just a pity that he...
Thank you, Lara.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper. Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
Make him...
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed.
I got you, Simon. Every embarrassing song he can sing, I got you. Got you.
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late...
Song and Savage Love.
The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce.
You really want me to go out on this man? What did he do to you? What did murder do to you?
A cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
I don't give a fuck about the corona pandemic. I get it, and if I even get it when it infects me.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Then make a rap.
Then make. Oh, sir, I don't even need to go that hard. That'd be easy.
I don't recognize you.
Easy.
Am I in your
got you, Simon.
No.
I'll work out
Have
one.
no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins.
Bells, now.
They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him.
Plan C.
But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought they were...
Simon, what is Plan C?
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious.
Make the...
Alright, Simon, I got you. I probably won't be able to get all of them, but I could probably get most of them. If I try very hard, I'll get most of them. I'll try to get all though. I got you, Simon. I got you. Don't worry.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here. But
Then make him cry by using...
It concerns a delicate matter. We're
So
looking
be
for
nice
a missing
to him.
cabin boy. According to witnesses,
And be nice and to
he had
gently
an
let him
argument with your
sing,
husband
and then when he's
before
horribly
being
singing,
taken.
roast the fuck out
I
of him.
see.
Got you.
I am afraid that you have
You want me
been
to go in
misled.
super
You
hard
seem
on
to
him?
have come
Or
to
you
the
want me
wrong
to just do like a
conclusion.
casual
The cabin boy
back
you
and
speak
forth?
of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses
Super hard.
that your son
got you,
had a
Ghost.
fight with your
I got
husband,
you.
and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force.
Super
If he had
hard.
joined your
Copy.
husband willingly,
Man, looks
Witnesses?
like...
In a tavern?
Alright, come on
And
with
you
something tonight.
choose to
but I
believe
got you.
these drunkards over a respectable family?
these witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. My poor little Celestine. Then we learned the name of the ship he sailed on. No sooner had it docked in Serene than my husband had the crew watched closely, and we found him.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede.
Then tell every friend in his friend.
In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects.
I got
before
you,
they're
Ghost.
born.
I'm going to go all out and embarrass this kid. I will go to embarrass and murder tomorrow. I'm going to bring up him playing Infinite Warfare, the game that costs a fucking quarter to buy. I've got you.
And ever since, he's been a naught. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
What will be your official title on Teofredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can.
Then calmster a girl Karen.
Since time
immemorial,
there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Break us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us. This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Gonna be hilarious.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Did I hear?
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his disappearance.
He said I heard.
Those
yeah, I heard
Nauts took
Sir,
him from us,
I'll
but now we've got
okay?
him back.
I'm tired playing
and
a game.
he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say,
I should have played
Sir
Diablo,
Fontaine?
sir.
You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
If I hadn't taken him back, he would have been hauled off on one of the cursed ships.
If that's what he wants, then why would you want to stop him?
For his mother. She misses him so. But in the end, you may be right. My boy has changed. He hasn't spoken a word to me since we've been in this precarious predicament. Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Make him do spicy challenge.
Alright, spicy challenge. Alright, got you. I didn't even need the key. I could have just got his ass out. Hey, what's going on?
Who are you? My name is de Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Nauts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there. It's not possible just now.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure.
Mr. said go harder.
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you.
Harder.
I imagine.
You do.
Oh my god.
It's a
Murder
rather
said go
sad
harder.
affair, and those
Wait, did
souls
someone say
leaves a
join my
broken
stream?
family
I'll just talk
behind.
shit to him.
All we can do is plot a course.
Or it's on the way for tomorrow. Tell him prepare for tomorrow, and I will go in
I didn't
super
think
hard
we'd go
on
to so
him.
much
All right.
trouble for a cabin
I
boy.
got you.
Your actions bring you honor.
Be back soon, Captain.
Demon. There are rude.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory
Make
is
them hear Justin Bieber.
the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war.
Stir.
We fight on every front. Without
No,
great
Ghost.
success.
No. I don't want... Tomorrow? Murder. Tomorrow? I'm gonna be chilling with my friends. And then when I come home, I'm gonna play Justin Bieber on my phone and put it next to my headset where Murder can hear it. And then I'll get him addicted to singing it. I got you. I got you. I probably want to probably try to boost my ears out after that, but it'll be worth it. It would be worth it. I got you though. Just that one song or like everything? You want me to hit like a shuffle or just that one song? I got you.
And pursue our mission of conversion.
How's Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island.
Evil laughing.
Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult. Disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest...
No, Simon, we're not doing that, okay? You can do that. Wait, Ghost, maybe. Depends on my mood. If I'm in a very good mood or too high, I'll do that. But if I'm like in a casual mood like I am now, I ain't doing that. That's a 50-50. But everything else, I got you. The roasting, the Justin Bieber, the him making them sing, I got you, and everything else.
Our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Mateus, our founder and greatest prophet. and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready? Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they try and get on my ship, I pay the port jails. Not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Thélème has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
I've seen a few escapes in...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nord. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Thélème. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
I don't play now.
Let me out! You promised! Please! Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
This night's I play hard. You want 2-on-1 murder tomorrow?
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on
By
us
the way,
We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are
Yes,
nothing
Ghost,
more than
because my
historians.
lacrosse coach is a
In that
dick
case,
and
why
plays
is the
music
ambassador of
like
Thélème
that.
so
I
concerned
had to
about your
heard. I was
teachings?
literally
Why
running
is the Inquisition
stairs
looking for
hearing
you,
"Baby"
and
by
why are
Justin
you
Bieber
hiding?
because my coach is a dickhead.
only
Okay,
error
sir.
was wanting to
You
publish
have
our
to
work.
understand
true.
the frustrations from my
presented our
coach.
research, but it
So I
didn't
know
please
the
the
song
censor.
is horrible. I
here
know. I've
you
heard
have
it.
the
Heard that. I
result.
heard
We
Baby
fled
Shark
all the way
because
to
of him.
Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition
I've heard
wants
anything.
to
So
silence
anything
us so
like
badly
that,
they followed
you want
us
me
here.
to play? I don't care. It won't bother me because I'm used to it because of my coach. I got you.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say
okay, I love it.
never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose.
You
It's
look
our
at you
lives they are after.
murdered or not murdered. Ghost. Literally tomorrow I would literally have to be playing it through my headset all day to get used
Who
to
were you
it. For
hoping
him.
would give you
You're
asylum?
lucky. My coach
We
is a
were hoping
dickhead.
to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the
Is he streaming with you?
Tell me more about your research.
Nah, the only person shooting right now
What
is
about it is
AJ.
so horrifying that it would
I'm
provoke
pretty
such
sure.
a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
Yeah,
The
just
disciple
AJ.
of Saint Mateus.
Murder was playing
one who
was streaming
returned to
if not
Thélème
or
after
for
traveling with his
earlier.
master.
Fucking
The very
disgusting
same.
goddamn game.
His writing was carefully
Fucking
preserved, but never
horrible ass game.
seriously
I don't know why
studied.
the fuck I don't
With
want
the
to play that.
discovery
That's
of
torture.
Tear for D, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Mateus.
And? What did you find?
Tearfredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Mateus and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Mateus to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written
got you.
written.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, Please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain.
Be right back, gonna take a...
Stay here. I'll be back.
Alright, bet Ghost, I got you. Copy.